Sup everybody. So while we're waiting for the next Smash Bros, I thought it would be fun to talk about two fan-made Smash games. The first one we're going to talk about is the infamous Super Smash Flash. Now, what's cool about this one is that the creator was only 16 years old when he made this. So let's smash our way into this. For starters, the menus and music are basically ripped right from Melee. They look really clean and presentable. And you know, of all the Smash Bros menus, I still think the slick Melee style is my favorite. There's just something really special about it. And there's only 8 stages. Most of them are similar to what we've played in Melee, but let's try this Sonic stage. And here's the game. It looks like your typical Super Smash Bros, but it doesn't play like one. Well, okay, it kind of does. If you thought Smash 64 had limited control options, well, Smash Flash lets you jump twice and you have 5 attack options. Yeah, 5. So anyway, let's check out all the characters. So Mario's best move has to be his fireballs. Spam them and you'll wreck. Question though, why didn't they use his sprites from Super Mario World? This game is sprite based, so it seems kind of off. Like Mario, using Luigi's fireballs are very effective, but his missile tornado is also quite dang. So Samus basically shoots a lot of lasers, and going into Morph Ball for some reason doesn't drop a bomb anymore. I like that Link still has a lot of his arsenal like the bow and boomerang, but sadly the epic down thrust isn't very good anymore. Yeah, young Link is basically the same, but shoots fire arrows instead. Yippee. It's cool that Zelda and Sheik still swap out in this game and have most of their main moves, but my favorite part about this character is the face Zelda makes on the character select screen.
Alright, so if you really want to win in Super Smash Flash, you knuckles. Need to beat 100-man Melee? You knuckles. Want to take out those floating gloves? You knuckles. Need to break some wood? Woo!
What's cool about Sonic is that his moveset is ripped from Sonic Battle, that Game Boy Advance fighting game nobody talks about. Come to think of it, why didn't Nintendo use moves from that game instead of just a bunch of spin dashes? Seeing the diversity in Tails' moveset makes me really wish he was a playable character in Smash 4. Not only does Shadow have a moveset very different from Sonic, but the voice clips come from Fox. That's just hilarious. Super Sonic is kind of underwhelming. He's not really a god tier character or anything, just a yellow Sonic with some new moves. And this is Blade. Let's just call him Red Sonic. Red Sonic kinda sucks, honestly. He just slashes some blade around and every attack sucks. And, this is Blue. He's a clone of Blade but has more range and is a bit stronger. Blue is what Sonic would be as a biker on cocaine. And that's every Sonic character. In case you couldn't tell, yes, this did start off as a Sonic Flash game. Anyway, on to Kirby. What's different is that instead of sucking up opponents and taking their powers, you swap with Meta Knight. That might sound cool, but the problem is that to switch characters, you just push the attack button and it's not a combination of moves, making it so you might accidentally switch characters when you were just trying to attack. Fox has most of his signature moves, and this might just be me, but doesn't his face kind of look like Tails' face? I'm probably just seeing things. The best part about Captain Falcon is not that he has all of his best moves in here, but he talks so much. It's fantastic. I mean, listen to him. Mr. Game & Watch is shaped really funky. He just looks distorted for some reason. Game & Watch also feels clunky to play, but hey, it's cool he made it in. Okay, Pikachu literally just says P the whole match, and that's it. And Jigglypuff no longer has the rest move. So what's the point if I can't troll anymore? For some reason, Mewtwo is really fun to play as compared to everyone else. Maybe it's because his moves are fun, varied, and well animated. I don't know. Now, I know you're probably more interested in what the new characters are, aside from the Sonic crew. And let me tell you this, you're not gonna expect what's coming. So Cloud's sword swipes are fast, strong, and have a lot of range. And yes, it's crazy that some of the moves remind me of his playstyle in Smash 4. Mega Man is kind of annoying to play as considering all of his attacks are just lemon shots. And he's technically named wrong too, the sprite is Mega Man X, but whatever, now I'm just being picky. Zero is a lot more interesting than Mega Man considering he uses lemons and this nice plasma sword thing. And then there's Inuyasha. A fun character to play as, but apparently comes from a Japanese manga series. What a bizarre choice, but okay, you do you. Yep, Chrono from Chrono Trigger. Again, it's really neat to see such a crazy choice of characters in a Smash Bros. Game, even if it's fan-made. Here's Lloyd from Tales of Symphonia. So many different franchises. I'm surprised we haven't seen characters like Shrek or Steve Urkel. It seems like anyone can make it into this roster. Mick Gaming, you're the new Sakurai. Oh boy, we got Naruto in this joint. This is sick, man. Like, could this game get any more epic? I don't know who could top this. What? Mr. Incredible. Shrek really was possible. Of all the choices, Mr. Incredibles has to be the strangest one. And what's crazier is the sprites are ripped from a Mr. Incredibles game on the Game Boy Advance. Damn. What is that run cycle? So yeah, that's all the characters. Now, while the roster is really interesting and exciting, the game itself just isn't very fun. First off, the physics and overall momentum feel non-existent. You'll hit someone and you don't feel that oomph like you actually hit them. Say if you clearly knock someone to the left, sometimes they'll go flying to the right. Plus, it's way too easy to rack up damage. You can KO in 4 to 5 hits with the right moves with almost every character. While this game feels very unpolished, again, this was made by a 16-year-old, and I have to applaud him for his very ambitious work. And on top of doing all that, he also made single-player content, and that's really neat. First, there's Classic Mode. It's what you'd expect. You fight a few enemies, complete a target test stage, race to the finish, and fight Master and Crazy Hand at the end. Race to the finish, however, is kind of hard the first time playing. Boss bombers swarm in, and you can easily get comboed by these things if you don't kill them. You might think that each character has their own target test stage, like in Melee. Sadly, that isn't the case. Every character has the same stage, and the only difference is that the targets are put into different places. On to Adventure Mode. You run through a Mario World level, hop up some floating islands, which you can strangely skip with no consequence, and basically all the same stuff from Classic Mode. You can even unlock All-Star Mode too, where, like the others, you fight off every character with one stock. Heck, even all the Stadium modes are included. You'll use them to unlock some of the characters. But here's a new one, Burly Brawl Melee. Swarms of a randomly selected character. What? Oh, I get it. It's all the same character. And that's Super Smash Flash in a nutshell. While it's not the greatest game of all time, it's still definitely worth trying. And I have to say this again, this was made by one person for the most part in a span of a few months, and that is pretty cool. But now, feast your eyes on this. You thought Smash Flash 2 was coming up, didn't you? We'll get to that another time, don't worry. For now, this is Melee Light. Honestly, I didn't know when else I was going to talk about this game, so I just thought I'd throw it in right now. So, from what I've heard, this is basically Melee on the computer, so let's check it. Yo, these tunes! 3. Yeah, there's only 3 characters and a measly 4 stages. Plus, you're forced to play with 4 lives on an 8-minute time limit, no items. Clearly, this is aimed for practicing with competitive play. But there's one problem. Where is Final Destination? Jokes aside, the game plays exactly like Melee, but all the graphics are simplified with some sweet remixed music. While the play doesn't feel as fast as Melee, something about this is just really charming. To further emphasize this is purely for competitive players, you can even toggle on hitboxes, which is really cool. Outside of normal matches, you can also play Target Test. And I gotta say, it's pretty darn amazing. All 3 characters can play on 10 different stages and you can earn different medals for clearing them quickly. And if you thought that was cool, you haven't seen nothing yet, honey! Oh, yo, a target builder? Yes! I can finally build my own target test stage! Oh man, this is just beautiful. Now, the thing is, all your options for pieces are pretty basic, but it is really easy to learn and use. What's even cooler is that you can share your stages with your friends. Yeah, that's basically Melee Light right now. I really hope the game gets some more updates, like, new characters, new stages, maybe throw in items, change the options of the multiplayer, that kind of stuff. So in general.
Food! Oh boy, I love food.
What's that? Dude! I'm making a thing!
I heard Melee, so I had to come over. I even brought my GameCube controller.
This video is about Super Smash Flash.
I see Melee on the screen over there.
Melee Lite.
I play Melee. See my thumbs?
You might want to get that checked out.
No, let's just play.
You don't even have a USB or Bluetooth to connect that thing.
Dude, I'll make it work. Ready to lose?
The
Oh, don't push me, I'll push you back.
Oh, stop!
Hey! Come on, man, you're cheating. You're using the turbo controller.
No!
Hey! That doesn't matter, I beat you anyway.
No!
Hey, the wave dash, bro.
Stop! Fine. No! No! Ah! That's it!
Show me your moves. Come on. Falcon! Punch!
Good. Here you go. You want to see him too if you want. Or is it just me? What, you think Captain Falcon?
Believe it or not,
From
we're
Smash
actually
Brothers?
working right now.
Yeah, you know your stuff.
Are
I
you
think pretty
so
cool, huh?
cute?
Yeah.
Yes!